Hi everyone! Today we're going to stay up late because staying up late, or veiller tard in French, is a beautiful song written by Jean-Jacques Goldman and released in 1982 in his second album called Jean-Jacques Goldman. In this video I will show you a way to play it, even if there are many ways to deal with it, for the harmony behind the composition is open enough to allow us to venture a little. Okay, so let's have a look at this beautiful song from Jean-Jacques Goldman, a very, very legendary French composer. And this is a beautiful theme, and it's called Veiller tard, of course. We are going to have a look at these different chords here, and it's not very difficult to play, but you have to be at ease with the chords, and so this is what we are going to study. So to start with, there is an introduction. There are, of course, many versions of this song, and but there is a version that I really appreciate, and the piano is starting by playing something like this. So we are here in A minor, so A minor is here, okay? So you can do that like this for the introduction. It's a very great one. It's very appropriate with the atmosphere of the song. And then, in fact, the singer starts to sing. So we have les lueurs immobiles d'un jour qui s'achève. La plainte douloureuse d'un chien qui aboie. So it's very beautiful. And what happens is that we have two times the same thing. So first we have here A minor, okay? And then we go down a semitone on A flat, okay? And on the A flat we play the E major, okay? But the E major on its first inversion. So here is E major, then you put this finger here and we have the first inversion here. So okay, and then we start again, but semitone below. So it's G minor, this time, and not A minor, G minor. And then the same, we are going to play D major, but now on this first inversion. So the D major is played not on the root, but on the third. 1, 2, 3, the third. And so we have the same movement, in fact. 1, 2. Then there is a change. We arrive on the F major, okay? F major. And then we go down one more semitone here on the E. And in fact, it's a E7. So we have this one. Okay? So the E7 is this, and you add this one. So here is the 7, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, because it's 8, it's the same. But here it's a 7 that is in fact minor. So it's a E7, that's all. Because in fact there is a mix between something that is major here and something that is minor here. I don't know if you follow. Okay. And then you come back here, okay? So it's very easy. You go down. And then you reach the D minor here. And then you come back to the E here. Okay, so there is no law. To play the D minor, you can play the D minor like this. You can even add a 7 if you want. It's not totally appropriate in this song, probably. You can add both the root and a 7 together. But in fact, as far as I'm concerned, I just use the root. I don't play. The 7 is okay, but it's not perfect. It's not very, very good. So here, and you can play, of course, this chord as you want. It can be here. There is no law, in fact, for the 8 of these chords here. So this is what is very interesting. And there are some versions on the piano, so you can play, like this, for example. La plainte douloureuse d'un chien qui aboie. No, it's not the good lyrics. I made a mistake. Les lueurs immobiles d'un jour qui s'achève. Okay. Les lueurs immobiles d'un jour qui s'achève. So of course, when you play too high, it's kind of strange, and you lack the dramatic dimension of the song. So it's better to play here in the loud tones. Okay, so this is the idea. And so we were talking about the D minor. Okay, and then the last chord for this part is the E7. Okay, and this time you can play these two notes. It works. Okay. Then there is another turn. One again. Okay, so you repeat this 2 times. And then there is the bridge. So how is the bridge? You will know it in a few seconds right after that. So for the bridge, in fact, we arrived here at the end of the verse, and we can call this bridge the chorus if you want. Who cares? So it's here, and then we're going to go down in order to reach the C major, a beautiful C major, So it's a classic way, in fact, to do. You compose the verse in minor tone, and then during the chorus, in fact, you reach something shiny. So it's with a major, you know. Minor is sad, and then the chorus comes, and everybody is happy. This is a major chord. Okay, so we reach this one, and there will be a chord progression going to the fifths, but we're going to the fifths down. So we reach the G major, okay? So there is no limitations. You can play this chord like this, or like this, or even like this, why not? It begins to be too low here, if you want. And then you arrive here on the G major, okay? And then you reach a B flat major here. So of course, if you are playing here, you can do like this. But if you are playing here, you can do like that. So the goal is to catch the sequence of the main notes of the chord, okay, here, and then the F. So in fact, we have this movement with the bass, C, G, then B flat, F, okay? And then we come back to something very sad. I'm sorry, yeah, the major chords didn't last very long. And so now we are on this A minor again. And so what's up? And then I never know if I have to reach the E or the D. And I think it's the E. It's the E. So E, 7. Then you keep this once again and you reach the A. And then it's not over. Then you go to the D minor, okay? And to the E again, the A, sorry, again. I'm going to be very confused. And then you come back to the E again. And there is the E, the A. I will try to arrive to say the things properly. And it's the end. So even for me, it's confusing anytime. But let's see how we can do in order not to forget. So in fact, we have this movement. Okay? Then we arrive here on the root, okay, and in fact the key signature of the song, and then we do from this to the E, and then coming back to the A, and then the D, and then coming back to the A, and the E again, and it's finished, because then it's the beginning, it's the introduction, okay, so it's the end. So of course you play the chords as you want on this song. The goal is to be free. So what is good for the exercise is for you to identify the position of the chords, to try some new kind of positions if you're not used to. So for example, you can play your A minor like this, or like this, above, or here, you see? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And so there are many ways to play. As long as you stay on the chords, it's okay. You can create some beautiful performances, interpretations. The only thing is to be close to the original chords. Of course, if you are a very experienced musician, jazz musician, you can play and create some very beautiful things and improvise on it. It's even better, of course. But if you are a beginner, or if you have an intermediate level, or if you want to be a little lazy, like me, you can just do like this and it works. So who cares, in fact, as long as it works. So that's all for this song. So we're going to wrap up. In fact, I'm going to wrap up because I'm alone here. And I say to you, thank you very much, and see you soon. See you next. Vetar is an interesting song if you want to improvise a few notes between the lyrics while respecting the musical chord grid. In this video, we could see how to use them and emphasize the melodies sung by the singer. If you like this video, please press the like button and don't hesitate to subscribe to this YouTube channel. But be careful at not playing this song too late, because of the neighbors.